Sergio Moraes minus 185. Zak Ottow plus 145. Ottow impressed me in his UFC debut.
Yeah,
That's the thing, is that I was picking Josh Berkman in that fight. You know, Ottow is kind of a, at least on paper, leading up to that fight, he was a BJJ guy, utilized his grappling. But we saw a lot from, he was a lot bigger than Berkman, and we saw that his striking has definitely come along quite a bit. He looked a lot better than the guy that we saw on tape from his pre-UFC fight, to the guy that took on Josh Berkman and soundly won a decision there. Sergio Moraes, we were talking before we came in here, one of our bosses came in and was trying to figure out who he should take as his survivor pool keeper or survivor pool pick. And we said, stay away from Moraes, because he is falling. Like, this guy, if he gets the fight to the ground, his jiu-jitsu is sick. He teaches black belts. He's the teacher to black belts. This guy's so legit when he gets the fight to the ground. But he loves the striking. He comes in with big, huge smile. He just looks like the happiest guy in the room. But he's too happy to not follow what is actually his biggest strength in this game a lot of the times. And he likes to trade. We saw him, eat head kicks from Luan Shigas, and He ended up
doesn't try to get the fight to the ground. It's the most frustrating
never gets to the ground, because when he takes to the ground, he's going to dominate down there.
Yeah.
But I worry that he's going to get outpointed here. He's going to lose a decision. And it is in Brazil, so acai could be in the air. But yeah, give me Zak Ottow here for the plus 145.
Yeah, once again, let's keep on the dog train. Sergio Moraes, I know I've used this line on other fighters that we break down, but ring IQ is a very important thing, man. You have to have good ring IQ. Guys that know when to go to the right move at the right time, those are the guys that are going to pull it off. Sergio Moraes his black belt's so good that it almost seems like this guy's like, man, getting the fight to the ground, it's no fun. It's too easy. I'm going to try the stand-up thing. It's like, dude, why would you do that? And I look at that fight with Omari Akhmedov. He's down 2 rounds. He's about to lose the fight. And he lands the shot. And so in his mind, he's like, just waiting for that to happen. It's like, no, that was not supposed to happen, man. Why are you not trying to get Akhmedov on the ground? What's wrong with you?
We've seen Akhmedov in other fights afterwards.
His chin's not great.
That fight against Elizeu Zaleski, once he gets tired, he starts getting hittable, and once he's hittable, he can be finished.
You put him down, exactly. So Moraes is able to hit this guy and hurt him. Against Luan Shigas is like a short-notice replacement coming in there, and a guy that was unheralded at the time. We've seen him since. He's very good, don't get me wrong, but even in that Eric Silva fight, Eric Silva got a hold of a submission and put him out. So when I think about the Sergio Moraes, Moraes should have been able to choke this guy out. I get that he's good on the ground, but as you mentioned, Moraes is your jiu-jitsu coach. This guy's next level. When he does get the fight to the ground, it's like a matter of work. It's no problem. It's that he doesn't actively try to get it there. And against Michael Lebu, he wasn't really trying, and Lebu surprisingly stuffed a lot of them. He got him down in the first round. Lebu survived. Second and third, he's not going for it, so it's a little dicey. Against Akhmedov, a combat sambo guy.
Lebu is small, too.
He's a 55er.
Yeah, he was fighting at 170 in the UFC, but he just was so small for the division. He should have been a 55er.
For sure. And so I think, okay, he got him down, but then the later that fight went, he stopped trying for the most part and really couldn't. Against Akhmedov, combat sambo background, he's trying to get him down a little bit, but then basically just abandoned that and decided, I'm going to strike with this guy. Against Shigas, he got drawn into the striking match. And now you see him make comments like, if I beat Zak Ottow, I better be ranked in the top 15 because I deserve it. Says who? First of all, you beat Zak Ottow if you beat Zak Ottow, which this guy doesn't think you will. But why you got to be ranked in the top 15?
At 170 pounds, man.
It's death row. Do you really think you're better than Lorenz Larkin?
Who's 15 in the welterweight division? Because that division is...
They're all good, guys
tough. You have other guys like Masvidal and Cerrone coming into the fold right now in that division. There's a wealth of talent at 170 pounds.
Oh, there's so many good guys at 170 pounds that you really got to think to yourself, why would this guy be ranked? But that's the mentality he has. Because, if you look at his age, he's 34 years old, right?
Yeah.
Turning 35 years old. He's at that point now where it's like, oh, you know what? If I'm going to make a run for it, I want to take some big fights. And guys that want to take big fights, they get themselves in trouble sometimes because they bite off more than they can chew. Zak Ottow is not a big fight.
Sergio Moraes never really takes big fights. He wins, he's never really gotten the big fights.
Well, Zak Ottow is replacing Mike Graves, who smacked up his woman. So, Graves...
Allegedly.
Yeah, hopefully he's a legend, man, because that's as low as it gets. And I do really like Michael Graves, so no jokes will be made on that sense. But with Zak Ottow's not that big fight. He's not that sexy fight, so it's easy to overlook Zak Ottow. And Berkman did the exact same thing. Zak Ottow, Zak who? So you go in there, and Berkman couldn't get him down. Berkman's a much better wrestler than Sergio Moraes. So if the fight doesn't hit the ground, you're going to get a stand-up match. What I've seen out of this kid is that he goes for it. He's got decent hands. He's got give. He's got pressure. He'll go. So I really think, okay, he's on short notice, but Graves got yanked out like a month ago, so he's going to have a decent training camp. He took no damage against Berkman, so he's going to be good.
We already saw him come in on short notice against Berkman, and he looked great.
Look good. You know what? And with Moraes, bad ring IQ. If he doesn't go for the takedown, and traditionally speaking, he hasn't been going for takedowns, this is Zak Ottow's prime for another upset. So I look at plus 130 and I think to myself, plus 145. Look at plus 145 and I think to myself, yeah, he's got the good to pull one over the hometown guy.